Hi, everyone. I'm Taylor Baroni, and I am the Colorado State Sales Representative for Tito's Handmade Vodka. I'm excited to announce our next speaker, Kourtny Garrett. She's the president and CEO of Downtown Denver Partnership. Kourtny served as the president and CEO of Downtown Dallas Incorporated for 7 years and was selected to lead the Downtown Denver Partnership in January of 2022. In addition to contributing to the revitalization of downtown Dallas, one of her most proud achievements was a decade-long process to create downtown Dallas's first public elementary school with Dallas Independent School District. With nearly 25 years of experience in the development of livable communities, Kourtny is fueled by passion for cities. Her expertise is rooted in building social, cultural, and economic vibrancy, creating places for people that provide access and opportunity for all. The mantra of her life and her work follows the great Jane Jacobs. Cities have the capability of providing something for everybody only because and only when they are created by everybody. Please join me in welcoming Kourtny Garrett for her speech, The Future of Downtown Denver.
So thank you for the little technology break there. That's helped to transition and pivot us a little bit here with our topic. So I'm absolutely thrilled. As I was just introduced, I've been here in Denver for a year. I was born here, so I do get to wear that locals badge. Born at St. Joe's proud, moved to Dallas when I was 10. Long story short, now I'm back, and I'm one of those boomerangers, and it's absolutely incredible. And while I will talk a lot about the challenges that face us today, there is a reason why I left a 25-year career in a growing market like Dallas, Texas, to come here to Denver. So really excited to talk about all of the things that are in line, which I know so many of you, regardless of where your business is in the city or the region, is really important that we have a strong downtown, because we all know that downtowns and the entire nation are the heartbeats of our city, right? They're the place where we come together, where we make memories, where we celebrate big occasions. Downtown continues to be our economic engine for Denver. We've got some specific stats here. 27% of overall jobs are in the downtown core. That's 37% also of total wages. 52% of the region's total office inventory is in the core of downtown. And then when we draw that circle a little bit bigger and we talk about the city center, like Lohi, where I live, Rhino, which this is a map from the 2007 Downtown Denver Area Plan, a little outdated that we're not even acknowledging 5 Points and Rhino in that area, right? So we know that these neighborhoods are living and breathing areas. So really important that we think about when we zoom out, city center represents 12% of the overall sales tax for our entire region. It's really, really critical that downtown is healthy and succeeds. We continue to perform in a really great way on a national level. We're the 6th fastest growing city in the US economy, 6th best large city to do business, 10th in tech talent in North America. So sometimes, I say often that when we're here and we're local and we're living and we're breathing it every day, our nose is so close to the glass that all we can see is the dust. So sometimes we have to step back and take a look at where Denver is nationally, particularly in this, whatever we're going to call post-pandemic environment, where we are seeing all of the trend lines moving in the right direction. Now, that being said, I am also a realist. I've been in the downtown management industry for over 25 years. All of our cities are facing tremendous challenge, so it's all going to be what we do about it. One of our greatest challenges right now, commercial office vacancy. It's everywhere in the headlines. 2019 overall in the Central Business District, we were at 14.1% vacancy, one of the top performing markets in the nation. Today, 27.3%. Now nationally, national office vacancy in downtowns is at 28.6%. So slightly better than national. Still relatively healthy, but not what Denver's used to, because we've enjoyed 10 years of the market wins being at our back pre-pandemic. We're also still trying to get that weekday return. You all are living and breathing this every day. 54% of our daytime office traffic is back. What that means in downtown Denver is in a matter of one day, in a lot of cities it was March 13th when there was a regulated shutdown. We lost 130,000 people from our downtown core. We're only back to about having half of that. Now that being said, let's look at the glass half full. 42% national average weekday return. So we're performing better than national. Now, some bright spots are right here in your industry. And please do not get me wrong that I don't acknowledge that the restaurant, retail, and hospitality industries were the hardest hit in the pandemic. What we are seeing here locally is that we're one of the fastest to recover industries. Denver restaurant dining, according to our stats with OpenTable, which is where we track, overall Denver restaurant reservations are 8% above pre-pandemic levels. When we look at the National Retail Vitality Index and the National Hospitality Vitality Index, you can see still lagging pre-pandemic numbers in a really big way. So again, glass half full, the tremendous market potential that we have here in Denver. 16th Street Mall, that's that colorful line right there in the middle. We're seeing headlines right and left. And many of us, my office is right there on 16th, right at 16th and Arapahoe. Some days are good, some days are not so good. What is not true is the everyday headline that 16th Street businesses are dying. So many of you are sitting there right now, and I know some days are hard, but there's a lot of momentum. 147 ground floor businesses in total on 16th, 40 of those are local, and we have 40 vacancies. I say opportunities, right? So we see some new openings coming already. Little Finch, Rush Bowl, Sophia's Pizzeria, and then we have a laundry list of new businesses that are under construction and in permitting right now. These, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, will open in the next 30 days. Really exciting to see that movement. I'm sure you've read, and some of you have been a part of our Pop-Up Denver program. So we started with round one with some great funds from the city and county of Denver. We're helping new businesses come into the market. We've learned a lot from the Pop-Up round one. We're starting Pop-Up round two. We're gonna have some additional, probably 10 businesses coming through that. 2 collectives. One is a retail collective, the other is a restaurant collective that's nurturing refugee businesses in one space. A lot of help from Wells Fargo and JP Morgan to get those 2 projects off the ground. So new and innovative ways of looking at things. Retail and hospitality, right here I just wanna look at our convention numbers. 2022, 280,000 visitors generated $604 million of economic impact in downtown. That was last year. This year, we're on track. 969 convention center events are projected to bring almost 400,000 people to downtown. So again, we think about trend lines, right? We are used to a market that's been blowing it out of the water. Right now, we're looking at where we're moving ahead, where that trend line is moving up. Really positive. Another important stat that we track, hotel occupancy. In 2019, average hotel occupancy in downtown Denver was 85%. Right now, we're back up to 78%, moving in the right direction, not that far apart. From our employment base, think about those daytime restaurant goers, right? So we're projected, 2027, over 150,000 people to work in downtown Denver, or 150,000 jobs. That doesn't mean, don't get me wrong, they're not gonna be back 5 days a week. We need to pivot our businesses, right, to think about that. But 150,000 FTEs projected in 2027, we're at 138,000 today. And what you can see here, I think this is pretty interesting, we hit a peak of downtown employment right in early 2020. And then you see very specifically where that dropped off in the pandemic, and now we're coming back up. We're still the 6th largest, fastest growing labor market here in Denver. Now, full candor, we were at number 4 pre-pandemic, so we have seen a little bit of slippage, and I could talk about why I think that's happening. A lot of it has to do with affordability, but still in the top 10 market where labor and talent is moving. And we see that in our residential numbers. Downtown Denver has doubled its residential population since 2010, and we're continuing to see that growth. Draw, again, the bigger circle, 100,000 people living. And when you look at neighborhoods like Golden Triangle, that's projected with the number of projects that are under construction today, so we can count on those people leaving because demand for living in downtown certainly has not waned. 10,000 more people by the end of 2024 in Golden Triangle alone. So a lot of growth in that residential space. Again, as we think about our business models, all of a sudden we need to start thinking about where people are working, where people are living, and how they're spending their time. We're still seeing a tremendous amount of investment, $2 billion of projects under construction in downtown today. Some of these great examples, Ball Arena, River Mile, 5280 Trail, Skyline Park. These are huge investments into the core of our city, particularly with these two projects, Ball Arena, River Mile, the entire stadium district, as well as the additional housing around the area campus. I'm pointing over here because I'm usually on that side. Right here, more than 50,000 more people potential to live in the downtown area. Huge for downtown. 16th Street Mall, let's talk about 16th Street Mall for just a minute. I believe this is one of our most pivotal projects for downtown Denver. We have a beautiful public realm improvement plan. You're gonna see some transit improvements. You're gonna have more space for businesses to have outdoor cafes, all incredibly important to our environment. It is also an opportunity to completely reposition the core and the heart of our city. With market disruption comes huge opportunity. And that's where I want our organization to sit, is being those change makers and seeing that what has happened with the dip in the market, tank of the market in some cases, comes this blank canvas where we can rebuild and we can recreate and we can redefine what Denver is known for. Reimagining Spear Boulevard is one of those great examples. When we think about the division that Spear has created in our downtown and our urban core and how we're divided from the 40,000 students that are here on the AHEC campus, downtown Denver is a college town. Little known secret, right? But we're not connected. And we can be when we rethink about how our city is planned. I want to touch on public safety for just a minute because I think that it would be obviously incredibly tone deaf not to. So coming in, we know every city in the country is experiencing some of the most acute public health and public safety crises in our lifetime. So what do we do about it? We're not just going to sit on our hands and say every city's experiencing this, so what can we do? As an organization, the partnership sits in a really interesting spot. We are not law enforcement and we're not policymakers, but we are conveners and we are influencers. So we've brought together a multitude of agencies to work together in a very specific deployment strategy where we have police, we have outreach workers, we have mental health experts, substance abuse navigators, the U.S. Attorney for the District of Colorado, our Attorney General, all of these entities working together, again, in a very specific way. Some of it's happening at the state level when it comes to policy, and some of it's happening literally right outside the convention center where we're seeing some of our most vulnerable statistics in terms of where we are having challenges in our city. So I really encourage you, as one little plug, downtowndenver.com/safety has a lot of information on this, and we're bringing the community together to get involved as well. You can see some of we launched this at right before Thanksgiving, so you can see some of the progress that we've made just in a short amount of time. And here's how you can get involved. We have a few sessions. We just had one last week. We have another one on April 26th. And this really, again, with all of the different law enforcement and social service providers, we're having open conversations with the community about the progress, about what you're seeing, what you're experiencing as business owners, so that we can continue to react, we continue to be proactive, and continue to really be bold in how we move our city forward. So my little timer here just told me that I am done. We have a lot of great momentum moving forward in terms of what we're calling our bold moves. I've talked about a lot of it today, but I do encourage you, if you're not involved with the Downtown Denver Partnership, this is an opportunity to get involved. We're a private nonprofit organization, and we are working and have for the last 70 years in the best interest of downtown Denver. And I'm just so grateful to be sitting in the shoes that I am today here with all of you. So thank you very much.